Alrighty, it's time to play. So today I'm going to show you a few of the things that I've done offline that are just, kind of boring, but I'd like to show you that I did them and show you what I want to do next. So first thing I'm going to do is interact with the hub here, because I've collected the goodies to go ahead and get my Mark III logistics. So let's click that, and
milestone reached. Logistics can be improved with a larger storage container and enhanced conveyor belt efficiency.
Okay. Very good. Now, the pod is launched. It's going to take a little while to get back. What I want to show you is my next toy that I created. Oh, you see that hypertube up there? Yeah. I created the hypertube, my first hypertube. And there I go. And away I go. Boy, this makes it a lot easier to go places and go do things. So while that pod is coming back, I'm going to go up here and show you what I want to do up here. Because up here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make that top level everything I make with steel. So at first, right now, I only make 3 things with steel. So making only 3 things with steel, that's not all that complex, not all that complicated, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other things that are made with steel. So what I need to do now is down here, and I could probably build a hypertube to take care of this. Transport, hypertube entrance. Let's put an entrance right there. Which direction? Okay, yes, because I want to go in that way. Do it there. On the top here. Now, I need to power it up. Alrighty. Thank you to all, by the way, who have subscribed. It's really gratifying. I mean, at this point, there's 47 of you. 48 of you now. But still, very much appreciated when I am able to see growth. And what I have over here is our 2 mines. And these 2 mines are powered up, but at this point, they need conveyor belts. Yes, nice big conveyor belts. So I'm going to log off now. I appreciate all of you who subscribed. Please subscribe and hit the like button so we can get this out to other people. I'll look forward to seeing you after I get done getting the coal up to this platform, and then we'll explore how we're going to get the iron and then other finished goods in order to complete the various products that we need to do. So talk to you then.
2,000 years later.
Oh, hey, welcome back. This is going to be really, really great. I have to admit, I've been playing a lot more off camera than I probably would do normally, but I had a grandkid over yesterday that just really enjoyed seeing me build, so I just kept building until I was all, I'll show you what I've built. Things have really, really taken off, and I just want to show you a few things. Number one, I've got 3 hypertubes showing here. I've actually got quite a few more. I'm starting to actually build quite a transportation system here. So let me show you around a few things. I'll show you what I've accomplished, and we'll go from there. First thing I'm going to do is hop in this hypertube and go down to the factory in the valley. And so the factory in the valley has matured a little bit since the last time we talked. I did upgrade one of the hub levels So at this point, I was able to completely upgrade all of Tier 4. So I got the fix-it blueprints and I got the logistics since the last time we talked. Made sure that those are all upgraded. Right now, this is locked because I have to do the elevator phase 2. And I believe I have enough stuff to go ahead and finish getting the 500 scaffolding, the other item that I need in the phase 2. So, all right, I have this one here, and I've got, at this point, 162 of the, what do they call this, versatile framework. It's still working on it, and I still have more. So the versatile framework is in process. Automated wiring, it takes the stator and wire to build the wiring. So I need to figure out, I need to do pipes and copper wire to build the stator. I've already got that set up, so let's go to our next destination and see how I've gotten that set up. So first off, the Mega Factory. Been doing a lot to update the Mega Factory. All right, so what I've done to upgrade the Mega Factory is a lot of building of steel products. I'm going to go ahead and take you to where I discovered quite a few iron deposits and started mining those. In fact, I found 6 iron mines, and I've combined all of those and put them in on a conveyor belt to come down to the Mega Factory. And then I was able, of course, I think at the last episode, showed you how I was getting the coal down to the Mega Factory. The coal is just to my left up here, and so it came out here. And so what I want to do now is hop onto this new one here, and let's head up to the top of the cliff. And at the top of the cliff, I found several places for iron deposits. I found a pure limestone deposit, so I've got 240 per minute coming down this conveyor, and I've combined several mines to pull the iron down. And right now you can see that I have iron coming down here. Right now it is at the rate of 6 times 30, which is 180, because that's the number of mines that I was able to find up here. So if we look at this area, I've cleared away a few trees, so it's not quite as cumbersome to get around as it was. But you can see, you know, in the background over there is the calcium mine. Over here are there's actually 2, you see 2 iron mines over there, and 3 iron mines up here, and a 4th one around the corner. So I was able to pull all of those together and get those all on conveyors and coming down to the Mega Factory. So let's quickly zip on over here back to the Mega Factory. Okay, so here's the Mega Factory, and you can see that the iron was coming down here on this, well, that's the coal here. Coal coming into some various splitters, getting split out so that they're meted out properly to each one of the foundries here. And so the foundries are working pretty well. You can see that it's going fairly consistent. You can see some of them are kind of going a little bit slower and hitching and a bit, but they're metering out at exactly what the foundry needs. And then they're making ingots, as you can see, several ingots across here, and they're going into various constructors, and each constructor is building of their particular item. So right now we got a lot of steel piping, and I think there's about 3 steel pipe here. There's another steel pipe going there, and another steel pipe going there. Coming on further over here, we've got girders being built there. And so this one's just plain old girders. And then the next one over here is girders and cement from the limestone quarry going into an assembler here and producing encased industrial beams. Okay? So you can see there's been a lot of building going on. And then, of course, my young grandson and I just decided we were tired of actually building things for serious, And so we decided to build a bunch of storage and see a bunch of conveyor belts doing different things and shuffling stuff here and there and everywhere and just having a little bit of fun. So this is a bunch of nonsense there that I'll eventually deconstruct. Okay. So then I discovered that in order to build the next thing that's on the right that I need 100 of, in order to do that, I needed copper wire and I needed to build the stators. And so what I did was I took the copper mine that's way off in the distance there, you see it? That copper mine, and I brought the conveyor belt, you see it coming here, and it goes under and comes up right there. And so what I've got is copper ore coming up here with the idea that as soon as I start on the next phase, I'm going to go ahead and build the smelter and then build the copper wire. And then I need the steel pipe to combine with that to build the stators. So that's my next task so that I can start building the last item for the space elevator upgrade. Okay, so let's take another look at what I've done here. Oh, we've got a little bird. The weird they've got such weird names in Satisfactory for these birds. That's called a non-flying bird. Who would have thought? You know, programmers are great coming up with all kinds of weird things. And so let's go take a gander at some of the other things. I'm going to go ahead and go through this pipe. And this goes over my valley factory here and goes up to my very first factory that I started up on the hill. And then I decided I needed to go over here and see where the copper was split off. And the neat thing about this is I'm going to go over here and see how it just crosses the valley. I didn't even have to go down into the valley. The conveyor I couldn't quite do that with, but I was able to with the... wow, that threw me out of there, didn't it? So another thing that I did was I decided that, you know, I've got all this production going on down here and I've got really not a whole lot of use for it yet. So I have a sink over here and I'm going to interact with it. And I've got 42 coupons at this point. Got good things happening here. I don't know how to use the coupons yet or what to do with them, but we'll figure that out eventually. Okay. So the last item that I wanted to do is I want to create another hypertube to go up to the top of the factory from the floor of the factory, because here's what the factory looks like from down here. That's pretty cool, huh? And I've only started building on this top floor here, the very top floor, and I haven't even touched that yet, but it's all really, really cool. And I'm having a whole heck of a lot of fun. My next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to start working on building the stators. I'm going to go as far as building the stator, and then I'm going to have to get the wiring that we usually use for building power line wiring. I need that kind of wiring after I get a stator to finish building the last piece of this. So first thing I want to do here is build a smelter. So let's do that. There we go. Now I need to configure the smelter to do copper ingots. Now that's starting to work. And configure the constructor to do wire. I like these bigger storage bins. Okay. I don't think that's quite lined up. That's what I need. Now, how am I going to route this conveyor? Well, let's just go straight out that way a little bit. Straight with a right turn. That'll get me my steel pipe. Okay. Now what needs to happen is I have the stator, but I am assuming that a stator also goes into the motor. All right, the next thing I need to do is go get some wire. Boom, de boom. E to configure that. We're going to make cable. Oh dear. Well, I could see that my power consumption is now becoming a bit challenged, which does mean that I need to get some more power plants online. Definitely need to get some more power plants online. So let me see. Easiest place to build them is down in the valley. Trying to think this through. I mean, my blue line is way up here, which is above my usual production. And now my regular production is beginning to approach my regular production levels. I do not want the entire power system to go down, which means I don't know that I even dare bring another assembler online. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and have to do some building offline. You can see the process going on here. I think I'm going to put another assembler over here, and I'm going to split the wiring production and have another stator line going here that allows me to, I'm going to probably split this another direction and have another stator line right next to this so I can build stators to go into motors. Then I'll build the stators to go into the the items that I need 100 of up there. So I've got two different lines producing and putting it into storage. But for now, I'm going to call this video to a close and let you know that I really appreciate all you who have subscribed so far and are continuing to subscribe. Please hit that like button if you like the content we're putting out. It's exciting to see it build from scratch. My whole idea was building it from the ground up so everybody could see every phase. Hope to see you again in a future video, and thanks for joining. Talk to you later.